Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday, good people. Happy Wednesday. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let me make sure. All right, let me make sure we're started. All is well. Yes. Okay. Good, good, good. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I am so excited to let's see, be here. Oops. Let me make sure my Instagram folks are coming on. There we go. All right. Got them going. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go ahead. Let me know that you are on. Tell me who you are and where you're streaming from in the chat. Yep. Today we are back, of course, for another segment of Let's Talk Church. I am excited. We've been, of course, focused on reentry and different reentry strategies so that we can be a blessing to our respective ministries. So today we're talking about Facebook groups. Yesterday, or Monday, I should say, our last couple of sessions, we've been talking about communications, email marketing, and different ways that we can connect with those that are a part of our ministry. So I am going to go ahead and, you know, my favorite thing to do is to share my wonderful intro video. So let's get started with that first off. Oh, let me make sure you guys can hear me okay. Put in the chat, yes, if you can hear me. Good morning, Heather. I hope you can hear me. Say hello. Yes, I can hear you. Say something. I got a new microphone, you guys. I've been telling you, I've been upgrading my equipment. So I have a new microphone. So I just need to make sure that it is working properly. All right, good. All righty. Kim says she can hear me. Heather says she can hear me as well. All right, well, let's get started. And, you know, I got to play my favorite tune. Get ready to dance a little bit. All righty. That just always just peps me up. I'm always so excited when I hear my intro. I love it, love it, love it. I was talking the other day about different strategies and solutions and sources that I have. Of course, I shared, as we've been talking about reentry, a book, Wow Your Guess. Of course, I wrote it before the pandemic, but just about 5 or 6 months. And so all the strategies in here, they're still viable. They still work. They will still change your church, right? Winning strategies that will change the culture of your church. And I've got strategies in here that work for a virtual church. So it's a really, really good resource. Well, I was sharing that with my intro video. That's one of the tips that I talk about in the book that you need to use as it relates to your stream, so that you have a way for people to know, hey, we've officially started, and you want to make sure that you tune in. And someone was saying to me, well, you know, where did you get it from? And oh, because I shared that I paid all of $20. Yeah, everybody put in the comment section, $20. Yes, $20. That is how that's how much it cost me to get that made. And so, you know, where did I get it and who did it? And, you know, how did I find all of that? Well, I want you to know, as I promised, I'm going to start sharing a lot of my secrets and strategies, but I'm going to share them in a group. I think that that's only fair. I come online, I give great free content, but to those that are really serious, to those that really want to take their marketing ministry to the next level, those that want to take their church branding to the next level, that we come together as a community, and I'll teach next level strategies. I'll talk about resources and systems, and I'll walk you through, because I can tell you where I get different things. But if you don't know how to use it, if you don't have strategies, if you don't have a game plan, it's not worth your time or your effort. So I'm going to come together or bring us all together as a community. So what I'm going to do, I have been working on, my team and I, Robin's Leadership Lab. Everybody type in the comment section RLL. Robin's Leadership Lab. That's what RLL stands for. And Robin's Leadership Lab is a monthly membership portal where I have teachings as well as I'll take questions, and I will go live with a webinar every month. Now, my webinars are typically $47 to $97 to $147. If you're a part of RLL, you're going to get to attend that webinar for the cost of the monthly membership. All right. So RLL is a monthly membership portal that's going to be a community of ministry-minded leaders that care about marketing, they care about communications, they care about social media, and of course, they care about events. So, and some administration. So I'm going to be launching that next week. I am so excited. Look, I already got it all built out. Look, I got my little sheet here. So I'm going to tell you, for instance, one of the months we're going to focus on Easter and other holiday marketing strategies. How many of you all know that there are strategies when it comes to successfully marketing your ministry? You don't just put up a Facebook post or boost or a Facebook ad and think, we're going to reach the masses. Do you know that the Facebook algorithm is set so that your post only reaches 9%, roughly 9% of those that like your page? So to make the math easy, let's say you have 1,000 people on your church's page. That means at 10%, your post is only going to be seen by 100 people. 100. Listen, I got my wand today. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. Look, y'all type in the comment box, she's ready. That's right. I'm ready because I'm teaching on today already. Yes, it is only going to be seen by 100 people. You have 1,000 followers. So I know some of you have 5,000. So that means 500 people that like your page are potentially going to see your post. And that's why Facebook wants you to boost your post. You don't have to do that. I'm going to teach you today, of course, a little strategy that's going to help work around that. Yeah, I'm giving you hacks. I'm giving you hacks so that you can work around and just be good financial stewards of your ministry. Well, I am so excited. Like I said, one of the modules is Easter and other holiday marketing strategies. And I'm not just talking about a video where I tell you, you need to have a strategy for Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas. No. There will be multiple videos on that topic. Multiple videos on that topic. So for the Easter and other holiday marketing strategies, there are 4 videos in there. And again, they are, quality content. They add value to your ministry. You'll be able to watch them over and over again. I'm telling you, it's going to be major, major, major value add. All right. Is it Kuhn? I want to make sure I say your name right. Help me with that. Q Cousins. I just purchased your book on customer service a few days ago, and I can't wait to get it. Yay. Thank you so much. I am so excited. Speaking of that, everything's being shipped out this week. Woo, you guys have blessed me. When I tell you my office, we are so excited. Always honored when an order comes through. So we're shipping out all of our orders we shipped yesterday, to be honest with you. So I'm shipping out some more today because, you guys have been ordering my wristbands. I am so excited. But let me finish about Robin's Leadership Lab, and I'll talk about the wristbands in just a minute. So then I've got a module on leadership development. I've got a great video teaching on when leaders go rogue. I am a student. I am a student um, of learning as it relates to leadership development. As a matter of fact, here are 3 books that I just ordered that came in this week. The War of Art. It's teaching me about, how to keep myself motivated. Now I know you're probably saying, "What, Robin? You're always motivated." But listen, I'm human, y'all. I'm human. I have my days where I wake up and I say, you know what? I just want to pull that cover right back over my head. So this is The War of Art. And then this one is Tap Your Inner Power and Create Your Life's Work. Excited about that. And then Do the Work. So I'm actually traveling and I am going to be reading these books while I travel this next week. And then this is one of my other favorite books I'm going to be talking about, 30 Days of Winning. Journaling is so important. And so a lot of what God gives me, I have to write it down. And that's how my strategies come to me. I am, not going and grabbing other people's stuff and putting my name on it. Not at all. I read other people's books and strategies, of course, but then God gives me revelation. It's just like when we read the Bible. We know that the word of God doesn't change, but God gives us different revelations on the same scripture. So when I go read a book like, this one, the War of Art, there's strategies in here, but I'm telling you, God is going to give me my own take, my own twist and revelation on what that author is saying. And so that's how I put together a lot of my teaching. So leadership development, this 30 days of winning. Listen, you guys, being a really good leader, it begins in the mind. It begins in the mind. Hey there, how you doing? The governor is on with me on Instagram. I see Pastor Raul is on. Hello there. Elijah is on, my buddy. So glad to see you. I see Danetta is on. It's been a minute. Good to see you, sis. Let's see here. Oh, Soul Sisters. I know that's Lady Grace. Glad to see you, sweetie. So listen, this is going to be a really important community, because though I'm teaching, ministry related systems and strategies and resources, I'm also going to be teaching you things that, you got to grasp it in the mind. And so this book, Dr. Bridget Hilliard, I was so excited. I got to see her and hug her a few weeks ago at one of my niece's graduations. And this 30 Days of Winning, a guide to winning every day. It's so important that we make sure that our first thought about a situation that's presented to us isn't negative. When your mind says that you're a winner, then anything that comes to you, you're going to see it from the lens of winning. So my leadership development teaching is going to be about winning, about, some people say to me, well, Elder Robin, I have great ideas, but my pastor's not open to them. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you how to have the right mindset as it relates to submission and the value in submission. See, sometimes we think we're ready for things that we're not. Maybe we are ready for things. I'm not just saying that it's not the case that we're always, not ready, but I'm going to help you understand as a leader. Good. Quinn says it's pronounced Quinn. Thank you, Quinn. I love that. But it's important that as leaders, that to really add value to the ministries where we serve, our minds have to be right. We can't think when, we're not asked to do something, or worse yet, that when the pastor's preaching something that hits home, that they're, telling our business, or that they're mad at us. Listen, you got to have your own life. You got to have your own systems in place to encourage you. You're not going to always get your thank yous and your attaboys from where you plant seed. And it doesn't mean it's wrong. All right. The Bible teaches us, some plant, some water, right? And it doesn't promise that our harvest is going to grow where it's planted. All right. We know that God can do it's supernatural. So you can plant a seed, right? And a lot of times, look, I'm looking over here. We plant financial seeds. These are, $1 bills. I heard somebody say this, that, when you plant seed, you shouldn't plant just 1, because 1 is the only number when it duplicates itself, it doesn't double. Did y'all hear that? Yeah, when it duplicates itself, it doesn't. I mean, when it multiplies itself, it doesn't add value. 1 times 1 is always 1, right? So, but 5 times 5 is 25. Yeah, so plant a $5 bill and then get a $25 return. Plant a $1 bill and you get a $1 return. So, I've heard different things, but that's always had a big impact when you think about the rule of multiplication. All right. So talking about that, of course, ministry excellence. I got a whole module on ministry excellence. Like this banner behind me, it is a full step and repeat banner that was under $100. Where did I get that? I'll be talking about that. And then, of course, radical hospitality. I've got some great teachings, my webinars, mastering other people's personalities. Are you the right help? Let's see, how to invite special guests. We are back in the season where we're reopening or re-entering church. And so we're going to have guests. How do you host them? I have actually been invited places and had the host say to me, we're going to have an Uber pick you up, and I'm not going to be picked up in an Uber, right? Why? Because I'm a single female and I just feel some kind of way about that. And then if you're inviting me, why wouldn't you have somebody that could come pick me up? So anyway, I got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be teaching in Robin's Leadership Lab. So it's going to open next week. And the way it works, it is dripped content. And what that means is if you join next week, you have access to the first module. Then in July, you'll have, 30 days later, you'll have access when you pay again to the next month's module. If you don't join until September, you still go back and start at the first month. So I don't want you to think, well, I'll wait till October and then I'll have access to 4 months because she started it in June. No. It's dripped out based on when you join. All right. So good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. So super excited about that. I'll be sharing more, but the portal's ready and I'm excited. We're going to release it next week. So stay tuned. Make sure you're on my email list so that you will get the invitation when I go live with it. As a matter of fact, let me give you, there you go, how you join my email list. Text Ware, WARE, to the number 22828. And that is how you are on my email list. Hey there, Kabiria. Thank you. She said, I always share good content. I appreciate that, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. So for those that don't know, I am selling these wristbands. These are social distancing wristbands. And what they say, let me just do it this way. I'll show it to my Instagram folks first. It says, the red one says 6 feet, please, social distancing. The yellow says elbows only and that you're vaccinated. And then the green one says open for hugs. So there you guys go on Facebook and YouTube. You can see these are really, really cool wristbands. I wear them out. They come individually wrapped, so they are COVID safe. You can buy them in groups of 10 or groups of 100. So I have full packs of the red. This is the yellow, and this is the red. I had the yellow and the green. So we've got plenty. We sent some out. We shipped some out to a church that did a bulk order. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate your support. Some people may say, well, what do you need those for? Any event that you're doing in this season, you want to make your attendees comfortable. And so a really nice, welcome gift or just a sign that you care is to give them a wristband. Just put them in a bowl and let them choose which one they want to wear. And it communicates if they want to be hugged, if they want to be elbowed, or if they just want to wave from afar. All right. So these are $1 each. I should have said that. Sorry. They're $1 each. And then again, if you want to order, just send me an email to bookings at the Ware agency, and my team Robin, they are on standby checking that email, and they will send you the link to pay based on how many you want, and you will get those shipped out within 24 to 48 hours. So I think that's it. Thank you again for tuning in. Today we are talking about communication. I think it's really important that ministries understand that the success in communicating updates doesn't come from the pulpit. What did I say the other day? Somebody type in the comment box for me. What did I say the other day the pulpit is used for? Thank you for my scribes. I see you, Chicago girl. Thank you, Kim, over on YouTube, typing that in. Quinn, you guys type that in for me over on Facebook. Yeah. What did I say the pulpit is used for? The pulpit is used for inspiration. All right. Not information. We don't want people to stop valuing what comes across the pulpit. So we share that the pulpit is for inspiration. So today, I want to talk about, and I'm going to finish it up on Friday, different resources that you can use to share information. It's really important that we train our members, particularly as we begin to reopen and re-enter church, how we're going to communicate with them. You know, when the pandemic hit, we didn't have any notice, right? There was some lingering and some talking going on, but literally we were told, like on a Thursday, we had to shut down and we had to go live on Friday. Well, how did you reach your audience to tell them that? How did you reach your congregation to tell them that? Probably a lot of your ministries got on the phone. Some sent out emails, but most probably went to social media. I already shared, though, that social media isn't a guaranteed success, not just a post. Putting a post out, again, basically 10% of your following is going to be shown that post. Now, for your audience that comes on your page, then they'll see it. But a lot of us use social media for the benefit of it going out and reaching others on our behalf. All right. So Facebook in 2018 said, no. To all you businesses and companies using Facebook to make money, that's not what Facebook was created for, right? Facebook, their actual goal is community. It's engagement. And so when churches and businesses and organizations just use it to put out information, promote events, it doesn't encourage engagement. Because you're not asking any question. You're saying, here's my upcoming event, register and come. That's not what Facebook wants. Facebook wants meaningful content. So in 2018, they said, we're going to switch the algorithm and we are going to force groups and organizations to another one of our platforms within Facebook if they want to promote or share information. And so in my book, The Ultimate Facebook Manual for Churches, I teach exactly what I am talking about. And for those of you that want to know how to get the book, there's that information. You can get it from my website. But I talk about Facebook groups. Facebook groups, I'm telling you, they are probably in the top 3 things that you can do on Facebook for church growth. Stop spending, $5,000 on a website. You need a website. I'm not saying that you don't, but don't go spend $3,000 on a website and you don't have a Facebook group. Facebook group, it fosters community and engagement. That's why Facebook created it. And it wants churches to go there. I've seen some churches, they're doing a fantastic job as it relates to Facebook groups. I've seen one church, Elevation Church, as a matter of fact, I was looking. I had, I went to their like Elevation Day on campus, and they allowed us to tour and meet with their different ministry leaders. So I was looking for one of the books that I got from them, but it's in my other office. But on their Facebook page, they literally just feature all their groups. See, they understand. They've got multiple campuses. And so when you go to their page, they basically direct you to join one of the groups. So when something needs to be communicated, they can put that information inside of the group. So let me tell you, let me back up. I'm getting all excited. Look, I told you I got my wand. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm ready for you guys on today. Why is this important? Because Hebrews 10 and 25 tells us to not forsake the assembly of ourselves together. Hebrews 10 and 25. Write that down. Type that in the comments. Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together. That's why, even for those of us that have been watching online, it is important that if you're in a situation where you can come back to church, you should come back to church. It's really important that we assemble together. Now, I know some of you may have some health issues. You may have, be taking care of some people. You may be dealing, with some grief. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post on today on social media. Today's the anniversary that my father transitioned to heaven. My father was an amazing man. I love him, love him, love him. As a matter of fact, we're having a family dinner on Sunday to celebrate him. As we're going through what happened during the last year, we have to be intentional that we address our emotions. And so if I acted like my father's passing was nothing, I would be, balled up in a fetal position going crazy. And I'm not doing that. I am celebrating how awesome my dad was. He was 83 years young when he passed. So God was so kind. We had him a long time. He and my mother were married for 62 years. My mother, is still here. She's upstairs. I have a lady that comes in and helps me with cooking and cleaning and all that stuff. And even, just spending time with my mom while I'm downstairs working. So, she's upstairs with her. So she's doing extremely well. But we miss my dad, and he was an awesome man. So yes, we're going to celebrate him. So that's why I've been able to be, full of joy, even though I lost my father. And I know people that, people grieve differently. But I know people that, when they lost a loved one, it's like they lost their life as well. And that's not what my father would have wanted. He was so proud of me. He was so excited about everything that I was doing down in this basement and building my business. And even when I bought this home, he was so excited and so proud of me that I bought my dream home. And, and then, of course, he and my mom, live with me. So, we're celebrating him on Sunday. But, if you're in a place where, you've experienced death like I have, you need to get with other people. So we can uplift your spirits and just speak life and remind you of all the good things about your loved one. So Facebook groups allows us to stay connected and to engage. I am Miss Hospitality, so everything I do is typically centered around, hosting or an event. So I'm going to give you this analogy to kind of help you understand. That's why I said I was going to go back one step. I want to help you understand having a Facebook group is like your welcome mat, right? It's like your house. So when you're inviting someone to connect with you, you invite them to your home. You say, here's my address, on this drive in this city. And so they show up. That's what your Facebook page is. That's why it's important that just like with your house, you got curb appeal, that your Facebook banner, you've taken the cover, you've taken advantage of that real estate, right? Outside of my home, I've got multiple rose bushes. My grass is clean, is cut, and my shrubbery is trimmed, and my grass is lined. All of that stuff. I've got great curb appeal. My mailbox looks really good. You can see the number, my house address, all of that. It matters. So don't just take it for granted. That you got a Facebook page, and so all you do is put up your church logo. That's not very attractive. right? That's not very appealing. So your Facebook page is your house. It's your home. The Facebook group is when you invite the person in and say, come on into the den. Let's sit down and talk. Let's engage, right? So you want your Facebook page, but your real work happens in your group. All right. Your real work happens in your group. So see, Robin's Leadership Lab, I'll take you even further and deeper into this teaching and show you how to set all of that up, show you how to do your posts and moderators and all that stuff. But let's keep going as I talk about the Facebook group. Groups are meant to connect people who share an interest and a topic. For instance, when I'm having my anniversary dinner, for my dad on Sunday, I suspect that there are going to be people that are going to congregate in the kitchen. There are going to be people that are going to congregate out on my deck. I went and I bought a full patio set with 6 chairs. I bought cushions. I bought the big 9-foot umbrella. I bought placemats. I bought candles. I bought citronella candles. I've got napkins and, napkin rings and all of that to make what happens out on the deck comfortable, right? That it's going to encourage engagement because that space, it looks nice. It's attractive. So in the kitchen, that group is going to be comfortable. Those that sit in my living room are going to be comfortable. Those that sit even down here in my theater, those that choose to sit in my theater, I've got TV trays that, I've got the big theater chairs, but I'll have TV trays in front of the chairs so they'll be able to eat there. And in my other area, I've got tables that'll be set up. So I've set it up like in groups. And that's what you should do in your Facebook group, is that you want to curate it. Yeah. So that it is attractive, it's beneficial, and that people enjoy coming. I love, that's what I hated about, COVID. When I moved into my house, COVID hit within the next year. So I wasn't able to do the entertaining I wanted to do. But that's one of the reasons why I chose this house. So I want you to think about that. When you're setting up your Facebook group, what is the affinity that people will have for that group? Is it going to be a place where moms come together? Is it a place where singles come together? Is it a place where your whole church, you can have a Facebook group for your entire church, or you can have it for specific ministry teams or affinity groups, moms, singles, entrepreneurs, right? Be careful though, because if you create all these groups through your page and they just become, full of information where people don't engage, then the Facebook algorithm is going to say, though this is a group, we're not going to share this group with people because there's no engagement. So that means to the algorithm, there's no interest. All right. So, excuse me, the benefits of Facebook groups. Let me see what you guys are saying. Good stuff. All right. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Quinn. All right. Oh, what are you saying about funnels? Other funnels like Facebook group is for information. All right. Good stuff. Oh, all right. Excuse me. So here we go. Again, Facebook groups are meant to connect people that have a like interest. They share an interest in something. So as we move forward, the benefits of groups. Groups equal free organic reach. I mentioned when I got started with this conversation that now Facebook, if you won't play by Facebook's rules and go and start a group, then they say, okay, you can insist on putting your announcements that we don't want because they don't create engagement on your Facebook page. But the only way for people to see it, we're going to make you pay for it. And that's what a Facebook boost is about. All right. I'm going to talk more about that within Robin's Leadership Lab so that you guys can really understand. And there are times when a boost is appropriate, but I want to help you get over in that Facebook group, get your members over in that Facebook group, and you have more of an organic, a free organic reach. Because the way the group works is when you put a post in the group, it stays right there, right? When people come in, even if they don't come in on Monday, they wait and come in on Friday, that post is inside of the group. When you put that post on your Facebook page, you cannot, again, because Facebook reaches about 10% of those that like your page, Facebook isn't going to put that post over on their page. So if you've got people trained to come in your Facebook group, well, then all that information is right there. All right. Groups eliminate just top-down engagement. You know, on your Facebook page, you've got specific people that you want to post on your page, right? Your group allows for all levels of engagement. All right. So not just top down, but all levels of engagement. So keep this in mind. There are two types of Facebook groups. There are public groups and there are private or closed groups. And also, I guess I should say three types of groups. There are groups that unlisted groups. All right. So public, private, and unlisted. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So your public groups, of course, anyone can find the group. And if it's public, anybody can join. You can set it so that anybody can join. And I have a Facebook group like that anybody can join for event planners. Private is what you should do for your church. And that requires people to ask for permission to join. Now, one of my teaching as I talk about new members is I've got, and it's on my website, 17 ways to touch new members the first 72 hours. So 17 ways to touch new members the first 72 hours. You know, most churches, when somebody joins, they come up to the altar and they're greeted. So that's a touch. And then they get a welcome letter, that week. That's a touch. And then maybe a phone call. That's a touch. That's 3 touches over the course of 7 days. Well, I've got 17 ways that they can be touched the first 72 hours. Yes. So that teaching is available on my website, or you can email bookings@thewareagency.com and we'll send you the link so you can purchase that. It's an incredible teaching. But the Facebook group is one of those touches. And so when you allow someone to join that group, you have in place a moderator to welcome them. You have questions that you ask them to fill out, and you explain that as a part of your new members process. You can join this Facebook group, or we'll send you an invite to join this Facebook group. Here are the questions that you'll have to answer, or you can just add the people, to the Facebook group. It really just kind of depends on what your strategy is. But you want to keep it private so that you can control who's inside. And then you can set it up as to who can post. You can, and I recommend that you allow, look, I'm getting into my strategies. Let me just stop. Let me stop. I'm not going to go there. But because I'm still giving you great content that will help you as you get started. But let me give you these closing tips. Building takes time. So don't get discouraged when you set up your Facebook group and the first month, the first 3 months, even the first year, it's not been successful. You have to work at it. You've got to drive people to it. You have to change their mindset. Not only do we want you to follow us on Facebook, but we want you to join our Facebook group. And again, I got some strategies to help you even with getting people to join your Facebook group. All right. So don't give up on your group if it doesn't take off on time. I have an actual group, as I said, for event planners, and I use it anytime I'm promoting my stuff with events, and it converts extremely well. Why? Because it's an affinity group. Everybody that's in that group, they want to talk about events. All right. So, and don't feel some kind of way if your group is small. Smaller is less threatening. Smaller makes connection more meaningful. You might set it up that your pastor comes in on your Facebook group, and That's a way for those members to ask questions, to put comments in the comments, to add their comment in the comment section. Because of course, when you're live on Sunday and they're preaching, they're not reading the comments. So this way, I think it's like the best way to do Bible study because it's engaging. It's engagement. Years ago, before the pandemic, even before people were using social media, I really loved that one of my clients, every single midweek Bible study, they passed out a handout because their goal was that this should be the teaching session. So Sunday morning was preaching. It was sharing the gospel. But Wednesday midweek was teaching the gospel. So allow people to ask questions, give them fill in the blanks, even offer quizzes. All right. And so Facebook groups is the perfect way to do that. So, I got through it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this teaching. Let me see if you have any questions. Let's see. Heather says, would it be one group and then a subgroup for the affinities? No. So your Facebook page, you could have, a group for your entire church. And maybe this is what you're asking. A group for your entire church. I think that's what you meant. Yes, one group. And then your subgroups would be the affinities. Yes. So yes to your question. Now, some ministries may not want an overall group for the entire church, but I encourage you to do that. See, there I go again, giving you these strategies, but I'm going to tell you why as we move in Robin's Leadership Lab, why that makes sense and how to make it organic. I'm telling you, this is a huge shift in the way that we communicate and connect in church. Not everyone is coming back to church. Not everybody wants to re-enter. Not everybody wants to re-emerge. All right. So we have to be very strategic about how we communicate moving forward. We have to meet people where they are. I was, as I was preparing for this teaching and I was doing some studying, it said that 1/4 of the entire world is on Facebook. 1/4. 25% of the entire world is on Facebook. Meet people where they are. They're comfortable on Facebook. All right. So on Friday, I'm going to share. Look, I've already got my notes out for Friday. I'm going to be sharing how to use Facebook groups for church growth and engagement. So I'm going to be sharing that on Friday. But again, small groups would be perfect for Facebook groups. I know a lot of churches, particularly African-American churches, they haven't really grabbed a hold of small groups so much. And I think that the pandemic is going to kind of help with that. A lot of people are nervous about, well, you got to go to people's homes or you got to go to a restaurant. Who's going to pay if we eat and all that kind of stuff. Well, you can host your small groups in a Facebook group. And that way, if somebody isn't able to attend, all the information is there. The video is there. If you go live, however, whatever your system is in hosting that small group, you could do it right there. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Make sure for those of you that are over on YouTube that you like the video. Y'all got to help me. I appreciate it. For those of you that have been watching my videos, I asked you the other day, listen, here's one way you can really be a blessing to me. That's to go over to my channel at Robin and Ware on YouTube and let the videos just play. I've got to get my watch hours up. I've got the number of subscribers. You only need 1,000. I'm at 1,600, so I'm doing really well there. But I need my watch hours. You need 4,000 watch hours, and I'm at 3,000. So I got to get my watch hours up. I think maybe I'm at 3,200, but regardless, I need some more watch hours. So if you would go and check out my videos over there, I really, really appreciate it. And again, the resources I share with you today, the Ultimate Facebook Manual for Churches, a whole section about Facebook groups. And then, of course, my Wow book. Yes, talking about this is the customer service blueprint for churches. And then my wristbands. Yep, red, yellow, and green. Red says, I'm practicing social distancing. Please stay back 6 feet. The yellow says, no touching, elbows only. #vaccinated. And then the green ones say, I am open for hugs, vaccinated. All right. So as you begin to move about and, go around in your community, as well as engage in ministry events, weddings, these are perfect. Yep. You order your supply and then you just set up cute baskets and put these in the basket and just ask your guests to choose the wristband that they like, or that speaks to their level of comfort. And then during the event how to engage with them. All right. So these are available. They're just $1. You can email me at bookings@the Ware Agency to order yours. You buy them in groups of 10. And we, of course, can send them out in groups up to 100. So if you need more than 100, of course, we could do that as well. So any other questions? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Again, for those of you that like the video, please like the video on YouTube. My Twitter folks, glad to see you guys hanging out with me as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. I'll just hang on for a second and see if there are any questions. All righty. Thank you, guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you back on Friday at 11 a.m. Bye-bye.